at this defining moment, change has come to America.
Well, you can look on his face. It has been a long 8 years.
Yeah, it's really amazing, that moment. Remember that, Mike?
I do,
That
indeed.
was President Obama just after midnight on Election Day in 2008, addressing thousands of supporters in Chicago's Grant Park. Now, 8 years later, what will his legacy be?
Well, Mika, what are your thoughts? As you look at Barack Obama 8 years ago, all the hope that was invested in him, how do you feel 8 years later? Did he fulfill his promise?
I think a lot more has been done than some are giving credit at this point. I'm worried about the legacy of Obamacare, which I think needs to be fixed but not removed. I think that he had surprisingly strong steps that he took on foreign policy. He's the president who took out Osama bin Laden, and yet our foreign policy seems to be as shaky as ever in terms of our role around the world. I think it's mixed. And I think that the history books on Syria will be tragic.
Mike, what do you think?
I think the passage of time will enhance Obama's presidency, much more so than, obviously, we're looking at his presidency right now as in the twilight, or the literal twilight of his presidency. I think one of the big things is going to be just the president himself, his character, his family, his seemingly nobility in dealing with the country where, rife with racial divisions, a world rife with terrorist implications. And yet, for 8 years, this president has been scandal-free. He has been unbelievably articulate and comforting to the country when the country needed to be comforted, after Newtown, after Charleston, South Carolina. And the big thing of the moment when he took office, the combination of the former Secretary of the Treasury under George H.W. Bush in handing off the baton to the incoming Obama administration, saving the economy from a truly great and really deep depression. They did it. And I think that's going to be a huge factor in measuring his presidency.